Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rips Hockey Channel. I'm your host Ross, and today we will be opening two NHL 2025-2026 Series 110s. These are the last of the Series 1 products I have laying around here, hoping to finally pull a Demidov Young Guns. If I happen to not pull him in either one of these tins, then I think that might be it for trying, at least in the near term future, that is. So I really won't waste too much of your time here and just dive on into these things. And we'll start off with our Dazzlers pack here, seeing what we get in this. Okay, we start with the Orange Dazzlers of Alexis Lafreniere, and behind that we get an Orange Dazzler of Ryan Leonard. I'll certainly take that for my Caps PC. And behind that we end off with the Orange Dazzlers of a Kirill Kaprizov. So nothing too crazy in that Dazzlers pack, no crazy variations on that one there. So I'll put that off to the side, and we'll move along to our first standard pack and get on ripping on those packs. Okay, skipping past the base here, get right to our inserts. Oh, that's a pretty nice checklist there, but let's see here. Moving along, looks like we do get an OPG card. Yep, an OPG card of Wyatt Johnson there to start off things. And behind that, oh, looks like we had a sizzle reel of Nazem Kadri there. Very cool. And then behind that, oh, looks like we get a compositions of Matthew Barzal. Okay, second pack up here. Okay, let's see if we can get our first Young Guns here in this second pack. Moving along the base here, get right to our inserts. Let's see what we have our first insert here. It looks like, okay, UD Canvas of Kiefer Sherwood there. Very nice. Behind that, we get another Opeachy card, this one being of Lucas Raymond. And then behind that, looks like we get a goal-oriented with Sam Reinhart. Okay, next pack up. Okay, let's see if we can get our first Young Guns in this pack here. Let's move along the base here, get right to our inserts. Yeah, hoping for a Young Guns here in this one, but starting off, okay, looks like we get an Encore card of Victor Hedman there. And then behind that, we get a Compadres of Eichel and Stone. And then behind that, looks like we will get our first Young Guns. And yes, it's Ville Koivunen, I believe, for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not a great name there. I think like only a couple bucks or so war value, but we'll certainly take him and move along to our next pack. Okay, next pack here. Okay, at the halfway point, not much to show at this point. Nothing too crazy, but we'll see if that can change on this pack. And we'll start off with a gold Opeachy of Austin Matthews there. And behind that, looks like we get another sizzle reel, this one being, I believe, of Cam Fowler. And then behind that, looks like we get a UD Portraits of Leon Draisaitl. Okay, next pack here. Okay, let's see if we can get our second Young Guns in this pack. But it looks like, let's see here, what we start off with is, oh, cool, an Outburst Silver of Nick Suzuki. That's pretty cool there, even though it's a base card, that's still pretty nice. And then we have an Encore card of Linus Ullmark, and behind that we end off with the Cup Quest of Kirill Kaprizov. Okay, next pack here. Okay, let's see if we can get our second Young Guns here in this pack. But let's see here, what we start off with here is... Okay, Tracking Systems of Jose Soros. And behind that, okay, we do get our second Young Guns here. This one being of Ozzy Weisblatt, I believe is how you say that. Yeah, no, they're not so big named there. Only valued a couple bucks, but we'll certainly take it and move along here. And then our last insert, I believe this pack should be a Cup Quest of Tage Thompson. Okay, next pack here. Okay, anything to note of in this pack here? Let's see what we can get. But it looks like we'll start with the, Opeachy card of Adam Fox there. Behind that, we get an Encore card of Travis Konechny. And then to end off this pack, looks like, okay, a Tracking Systems of Stuart Skinner. Okay, last pack mojo here for the first 10. Okay, let's see if we can get a third Young Guns in this final pack here. We'll see, but let's start off with this pack. Okay, starting with a Bustle with Tyler Bertuzzi, and behind that, okay, we do get a third Young Guns. This one be of Matt Gatcomb. That's unfortunate. That's not a big name either. Only a couple bucks value, but we'll take it here. I guess we'll have better luck in our next 10, but behind that, we finish off the pack with a UD Portraits of Quinn Hughes. Okay, let's see if we have better luck with our second 10 opening here. Starting with the Dazzler pack, as always. Okay, looks like we will have a black variation, but starting off with one with Chris Letang orange, Orange McCarron, and our black variation, which is Kirill Marchenko. Hey, that's a pretty nice one there. That probably has some value to it. Very nice. We'll continue on to our standard pack openings here. Okay, first pack of our second tin here. Okay, let's see what we can get in our first pack here. But starting off with our inserts, looks like, okay, we get a Compadres of Matthews and Nylander, and behind that, okay, we do get our first Young Guns here off the bat with Jacob Melanson, I believe is how you say that there. Yeah, another not big name there, unfortunately, probably only a couple bucks value, but we'll take it here and move along to our last insert of this pack, which happens to be a UD Portraits of Patrick Laine. Okay, next pack here. Okay, let's see what we can get in this pack here. Looks like we'll start off with the Encore inserts, which, yep, Encore insert of Alexander Barkov. Behind that, we get a Tracking Systems of Connor Hellebuck. And then behind that, okay, we did get another Young Guns here. Unfortunately, not so great one there with Jacob Gotcher. Only a couple of dollars value. That's unfortunate. But we'll certainly take it here. We'll move along to our next pack. Okay, next pack here. Yeah, I was trying to stay positive here, but the first two Young Guns have not been great, and we're only 3 packs in. This next one has Peachy Card with Jonathan Huberdeau. We got a sizzle reel of Matthew Tkachuk, and then behind that we get a compositions of Tyler Toffoli. Okay, next pack here. Okay, so far it hasn't been the greatest tins in the world, but let's see if our luck changes here with this one. And it looks like, oh cool, we get a Young Guns canvas of E.M. Moore. E.M. Moore here with the Anaheim Ducks. Unfortunately, another not so big name there, but hey, we actually did pull a UD canvas Young Guns card, so we'll certainly take it here. So very nice. And let's see here. Behind that, okay, we get a standard base Young Guns of Justin Robitis out of the Canes. And yeah, another not so great name again, only a couple bucks value. And then we finish off the pack with the Cup Quest of Connor Bedard. Okay, next pack here. Okay, so we've ended up with 3 standard base Young Guns along with the UD Canvas Young Guns. I'm not sure if we'll get any more out of these remaining packs here, but start off this pack with a Gold O-Pee-Chee of Adam Fox. And behind that, we get an Encore of Andrei Svechnikov. And behind that, looks like we'll get a Bustle of Jonathan Marchessault. Okay, next pack here. Alright, let's see if we can get anything else in these remaining few packs we have here. Let's see, getting past the base cards here. We'll start off with a UD Canvas of Mario Ferraro. Behind that, we get an O-Pee-Chee card of Gabe Perreault. And then behind that, we finish off this pack with a goal-oriented with Steven Stamkos. Okay, second to last pack of our second tin here. See if our luck will change here with this pack. And we'll start off with another Encore card. Looks like of Moritz Seider there. And then behind that, we get a Compadres of Matthews and Nylander again. And then, okay, we do get another Young Guns here with Noah Ostlund. Hey, that's not a bad name there. That has some upside there. Still only a couple dollar value, but we'll certainly take that there and move along to our last pack. Okay, last pack mojo of our second tin here. Okay, is there anything else we can pull before ending off things here? Let's see. Anything else that we can end off with? Looks like we'll get an O-Pee-Chee card here. And that happens to be of Zane Parekh. And then behind that, we get a sizzle reel of Arturi Lehkonen. And then we end off with the UD Portraits of Nazem Kadri. Okay, summarizing all of our insert hits, starting with our O-Pee-Chee glossy cards of Zane Parekh, Gabe Perreault, Jonathan Huberdeau, Adam Fox, Wyatt Johnston, Lucas Raymond. Then we had some gold variations with Austin Matthews and Adam Fox. Then we had some Encore inserts with Victor Hedman, Linus Ullmark, Travis Konechny, Alexander Barkov, Andrei Svechnikov, Moritz Seider, and then we had a couple of sizzle reel inserts, starting with Nazem Kadri, Cam Fowler, Matthew Tkachuk, Arturi Lehkonen, and then we had some tracking system inserts with Jose Soros, Stuart Skinner, and Connor Hellebuck. Then we had some UD portrait inserts with Leon Draisaitl and Quinn Hughes and Patrick Laine and Nazem Kadri. Then we had some Cup Quest inserts with Tage Thompson, Connor Bedard, and Kirill Kaprizov. Then we had some goal-oriented inserts with Sam Reinhart, Steven Stamkos. Then we had some compositions inserts with Matthew Barzal and Tyler Toffoli. And then we had a couple compadre inserts with Eichel and Stone, Matthews and Nylander, and Matthews and Nylander again. And then we had a bustle of Tyler Bertuzzi. Then we had another bustle of Jonathan Marchessault. And then we had a couple UD Canvas cards with Keith Sherwood and Mario Ferrero. And then we ended off with a base outburst silver card of Nick Suzuki. And then we got a couple dazzlers, starting with Chris Letang, Jared McCann, Alexis Lafreniere, Kirill Kaprizov, Ryan Leonard, and we end off with the black variation with Kirill Marchenko, which is pretty nice there. And then for our young guns, we start off with Ville Koivunen for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got Ozzy Weisblatt, Mark Catcomb, that is. We got Jacob Melanson, and we got Jacob Gauger, and then we got Justin Robinus, and then we ended off with Noah Ostlund for the base Young Guns, and then we got a UD Canvas Young Guns of Ian Moore. So yeah, guys, we ended off Series 1 with kind of a whimper there. Unfortunately, not the greatest Young Guns to pull here for our last two tens. We did end up getting a Young Guns canvas out of it, and a pretty cool Black Dazzlers with Kirill Marchenko. But yeah, just no Demidov to show for all the Series 1 products we opened. That's unfortunate, but we do have Series 2 lined up here. I got a couple things for that, so yeah, I should have a few more videos posted here in the next few weeks. This concludes today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's session and would like to see more future video content, please be sure to hit both the like and subscribe button listed below. Thank you as always for tuning in, and I'll catch you all guys later in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.